In our second session of today, Christian Seifried, the product manager of the Balluff Condition Monitoring Sensor, will show us new opportunities to discover. If you have any questions for Christian, please feel free to write them in the chat. We will answer them later. Good morning, Christian.
Good morning, Steffen. Thank you. So a warm welcome also from my side. Thank you for your interest in our new condition monitoring sensor, the BCM. In the next 15 minutes, I will present you the condition monitoring sensors and our basic idea behind this new product family. In the process of the digital transformation, the topic of condition monitoring is becoming increasingly important. Knowing the conditions of machines, components, and plants is the basic requirement for avoiding potential machine breakdowns and increasing productivity. In the past, many maintenance operations were carried out preventively or reactively. Even in highly automated production facilities, manual inspections and preventive maintenance are common practice. These inspections are very personnel intensive and therefore also not economical. With our solution, we want to enable you to transfer your knowledge about processes, machines and components into a condition monitoring solution so that inspections can be carried out in a targeted manner. Our goal is to enable you to automate your maintenance. To be able to carry out inspections in a targeted manner, it's important to detect changes in the condition of machine using real data. The sensors which are already installed in the machine are often not sufficient for this. In most cases, cost-intensive sensor solutions, which are already available on the market, would have to be installed. Because more and more additional sensors have to be integrated, conventional automation systems based on PLCs quickly reach their limits. Exactly to overcome this challenge, we developed the family of the condition monitoring sensors. Most of the vibration sensors, for example, available on the market can only be operated in a combination with a proprietary diagnostic unit for the processing of the data and specialized software tools because of the high sampling rates of the sensors. For example, in the vibration module of the BCM, the sampling rate is 6.4 kilohertz in 3 axes. This means that a little bit less than 20,000 measures values per second were generated by the sensor and have to be handled by the PLC. That big amount of data cannot be handled by a common PLC. Therefore, the BCM aggregates the raw data directly inside and communicates the pre-processed data over the standardized IO-Link interface. Over an IO-Link master, which is in the best case already installed in the machine, the data from the condition monitoring sensor can be transferred easily to a PLC or to a gateway. So the condition monitoring offers you a real lean and cost-effective solution which is scalable. The following video shows you which physical measured variables the BCM can record.
What if there was a sensor that could measure several variables at once? The machine's vibration, its contact temperature, the existing humidity, and ambient pressure. The Balluff Condition Monitoring Sensor combines all of this. Discover new opportunities for straightforward monitoring of your entire plant. This intelligent sensor brings you one step ahead.
As you have just seen in the video, the condition monitoring sensors measures multiple variables. For example, the vibration in free axis, the temperature, which will be measured on the contact surface of the sensor, the existing humidity, and the ambient pressure. In contrast to many condition monitoring solutions available on the market, the BCM does not require any additional diagnostic units. The BCM processes the data at the location of its origin and provides the preprocessed data that can be directly used for further analysis. The sensor provides all the statistical variables commonly used for the vibration analysis, such as RMS, mean, peak-to-peak values, and many more. You can see that on the left side of that slide here. You can also configure events by setting thresholds, so you can monitor all the measured and pre-processed data over that functionality by setting thresholds. Another main advantage is the simple and convenient integration using the standardized IO-Link interface. Parameters can be used, for example, to configure the process data. For this purpose, the sensor provides 4 process data slots, which can be freely configured. This means that almost all measured and calculated values can be applied to the process data. A third advantage is the small size, so that the sensor can be easily integrated also as a retrofit. However, the sensor is not designed as a high-precision measurement instrument, but it is intended to detect changes and anomalies in the signal that indicate changes in the condition of the machine. The product family of the condition monitoring sensor currently consists of the 2 product variants you can see here. The BCM 0001 measures the vibration in free axis and the temperature. Due to the closed housing concept, without the need for air exchange, the sensor is very robust and can be used in harsh environments due to the protection class IP69K. The BCM, you can see it on the right side here, can measure all 4 physical parameters mentioned in the video before. Because the sensor requires air exchange for the ambient pressure and the humidity measurement, protection class IP76 can be achieved here. The vibration and temperature version is priced with 204 euros, and the all-in-one variant is priced with 255 euros. The structure of the IO-Link interface, so the usability of the sensors of both versions, is pretty similar. Basically, the BCM 001 is a subset of the BCM 002. Now I show you the sensors. Here you can see the BCM 001 with the closed housing. Next to it, the BCM 002, and you see that little white dot here on the upper side of the sensor. That is the membrane, and the membrane is needed for the air exchange. So the humidity measurement and the ambient pressure measurement will take place under that membrane. The sensors, both variants, are made of stainless steel. Because the sensors can be configured over the intelligent IO-Link interface corresponding to your needs, the BCM can be used in a wide range of applications. So it's up to you whether the sensor should be used for monitoring vibration and temperature on an electric motor or measuring the ambient pressure inside a switch cabinet. Now I will demonstrate you the sensor. For this purpose, I have here an IO-Link Profinet master. The BCMs are connected to the master, and I connected my PC to the IO-Link master so that we will see the data in the visualization I will show you now. All the data you will see in the software is not pre-processed inside the software. The data is coming out of the sensor as it is and will be shown in that software. So here you see both connected sensors. Here also by the product picture, the BCM all-in-one and the BCM vibration and temperature. Here you see the 4 process data slots that are currently configured. So we have humidity on slot 1, we have slot 2 ambient pressure, slot 3 the vibration RMS magnitude, and the contact temperature in the 4th slot. Here, if we look on the BCM001, the vibration and temperature variant, the sensor is configured for measuring vibration and contact temperature, so all 3 axes are currently transmitted by the BCM plus the contact temperature. Now let's have a look in the configuration. Here is the configuration part of the sensor. On the left side, we see the possibility to change the process data to another profile. So we have some predefined profiles inside the sensor. If we switch to vibration velocity, you will see the process data is changed, or we change to the custom profile, and in that case, you can freely configure the sensor as you want. And here you can really select all values which are measured or calculated inside the sensor. And I scroll a little bit down, and you can select any value you like. And that value will be transmitted over the process data now. Now I switch back to the old profile. In the middle part, you see the possibility to request additional data from the sensor. And for example, you can read out the minimum contact temperature since startup of the sensor and the maximum contact temperature since startup of the sensor, and you have a cycle of 1 minute. So in parallel to the process data, you can also get more data out of an IO-Link sensor. On the right side, we can configure the sensor. Here you have the possibility, for example, to set thresholds in all axes and many possibilities more. Now I will set the demonstration mode. That's a little help of the software tool so that all thresholds will be configured automatically. If we go back and go into the view, we see here the process data which will be buffered over 2 minutes. Here we can also display the thresholds. And when I take the BCM02, which we are looking at the moment, and breathe in, you see in the visualization now the humidity level is rising and crossing the line. On the lower corner here you see the events, which will be also transmitted over the process data, and you see, for example, that the ambient pressure alarm was coming and the humidity alarm. Now you have the possibility, if we look on the other sensor and we shake it a little bit, we see the vibration in 3 axes. So basically, that's all from the product demonstration. And now we switch back to the presentation. To summarize, the BCM is an intelligent sensor, which can be used in numerous applications in the context of condition monitoring. Due to its price level, numerous applications can be realized that could not be implemented with existing solutions on the market because they are too cost intensive. As an end user, You can use the sensor to monitor all your critical points on your production facilities. If you are a machine builder or a component manufacturer, you can offer your customer added value with intelligent condition monitoring solutions in your own products. The sensor is now available in Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Poland, and in Italy. At the end of May, the product will be also available globally. So please contact our local sales if you are interested in discovering new opportunities with the BCM. Finally, I would like to thank you for your time and interest, and stay healthy.
Thank you, Christian, for your presentation of our new Balluff Condition Monitoring Sensor. So let's see. We have several questions in our chat. So the first question is, what are the strengths of this sensor compared to other available solutions?
So as I mentioned before, the sensor has a lot of capabilities of processing the data inside. So I don't need a diagnostic unit for processing the data. And because of the standardized IO-Link interface, it's pretty easy to configure the sensor because it's standardized. And therefore, you can also configure how the processing inside the sensor should happen. You do not need a lot of additional hardware. You just need the IO-Link master, the sensors, and you can go with it. So you do not need a really high, sufficient, but also expensive system. So you can do it all with a really lean solution, and that enables the customer to scale vibration monitoring in machines. So it's not just measurement equipment anymore, it's a real sensor.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Condition monitoring is often performed for motors, pumps and bearings. How suitable is your sensor for these applications?
Oh, it's very suitable because in the development phase, we also had a close look on the ISO standards which are relevant for monitoring such machine types or components. And we also included some functionalities in the sensor, in the IO-Link profile. For example, you can select a machine type over a parameter, and the complete sensor will be configured automatically according to the machine type you selected. So for example, you can select, you have an electric motor, for example, and you can decide what kind of machine it is, and then you choose the profile, and all the parameters will be configured automatically based on the ISO standards for that.
Perfect, thank you. And we have one last question. What is the actual price level of the BCM? I think you already said that, but could you just repeat it?
Yeah, the BCM 001, which measures vibration and temperature, is priced with 204 euros, and the BCM 002 with the membrane, with all 4 measured values, is priced with 255 euros.
Perfect. Thank you a lot, Christian.
You're welcome.
Thank you all for listening. So you see, the Balluff Condition Monitoring offers a lot of new opportunities. If you have some more questions for Christian, he will be available in the public chat. From now on, he will just go to the offices, and in a few minutes he will answer your questions there. Thank you for listening. We will be back in a few minutes with our next session. Thanks.